When the word beauty comes to mind, we immediately think about our outward appearance because society has lied to us. For decades, society has been basing beauty on how we look on the outside, when in reality, beauty is defined by an individual's qualities. Beauty is finding what makes you special and letting that shine. Beauty is believing in yourself. There was once a time in which I believed that the thoughts I had and the body I was in was not good enough. And I'm not the only one. In fact, G-Hair, a forward-thinking hair brand from the UK, created a study in 2021 revealing that 23% of women are confident in their appearance. And 4 in every 5 men feel unattractive. And it's not just our appearance that we question. We also question our intellectual capabilities. In that same study, G-Hair found that only 42% of men are confident in their occupational role. And for women in the workforce, only 1/3 are confident in their role. And I was once one of those women who not only felt unconfident on the way I looked, but also unconfident in the way I performed my job. As a media specialist in the automotive industry, I get to be the creative behind a multi-billion-dollar business here in the US. And at just 24 years old, it's a responsibility that I don't take lightly. In fact, in my profession, there have been many times where I have felt discouraged and challenged. Because as a young female in a male-dominated industry, respect is not given. Respect has to be earned. And to earn that respect, I have had to build confidence from within me and hone skills to be someone associates can confide in and leaders can rely on. So today, I want to give you 3 tips that help me build confidence from within so that I could feel great, look great, and do great. When I was a young girl in high school, I'm a Latina, and I went to a predominantly Caucasian high school. So it was really hard to find people who thought like me or looked like me. And I remember junior year, there were these really trendy shoes, Wallabies. And I really wanted a pair because to me, buying these pair of shoes would find a room for me to fit in. I would feel like I fit in. So I told my mom if I could go to the Belk store and buy these shoes. And so I went to Belk's, and I remember putting these shoes on and looking through the reflection of the mirror. And through that reflection, I could see my mom's face. And she looked disappointed. And she said to me, "Ay, Fanny, it makes me so sad to see you try to be a sheep when you were meant to be a shepherd." And at that time, I let go of the comment, but it was ingrained in me because I realized that the only way to feel comfort in myself was to focus on the things that I could control. I stopped focusing and detached myself of things I couldn't control. I stopped worrying about what my neighbors thought of me, or what the girls at school were wearing, or what an influencer on social media was doing. And one of the best ways to take control over your life is finding people who encourage you, a good core support system. To feel great, we need to find community. And thankfully, I've always had it growing up. My parents have always been very supportive. I've said they're like my cheerleaders. They always said to me that I was beautiful and I was smart and that I could do and be whatever I set my mind to. And despite the fact that I'm not the first Mexican American to go to space, like Ataya Cesarata, or a world-renowned painter like Frida Kahlo, my parents always tell me how proud they are of me. And it's not just my parents, but also my friends. I stopped focusing on building friendships out of vanity and started focusing on genuine relationships with people who would encourage me, who I could lean on, who I could learn from. And that helped me build confidence. Because at the end of the day, the people you surround yourself are just as good as how you are. So to do great, you have to start talking to yourself like you would to a friend. That's what I did. In fact, I stopped seeing myself as my worst critic began to see myself as an ally. When I was at Greenville Tech 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to draw a mural. And that mural was of a young woman holding a camera. And at the time, it was just a mural, but it turned out to be my reality. Because now, my profession is not just that to me, it's a vocation. Through my lens, I get to share the stories of thousands of people through the US. But I wouldn't be able to fortify the brand that I am behind if I didn't believe in myself first. Because when you're confident, you shine, and you have light, and people see you and trust you. And when you build confidence, they too have confidence in themselves. So, to stop self-sabotaging, you need to find beauty in your qualities and what you can offer to the world. To stop the edifice of a toxic environment, you have to encourage those around you and empower them. And to stop being your worst critic, you have to be your best ally. Students, professors, citizens of this community, it takes one act of kindness to make a person smile. It takes one word of encouragement to help a person grow. And it takes one determined decision to turn a life around. Because to look great, feel great, and do great, you need to be brave enough to have confidence in yourself and to find beauty in thinking differently.